Dengan izin Yang Arif, selamat sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Prosiding pendengaran penerimaan masuk Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya pada hari ini, Jumaat, 11 Mac 2022, dijalankan secara sidang video Zoom di atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Pelan Pemulihan Negara PPN Fasa 4. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif, Dato Ahmad Kamal bin Muhammad Shahid, Hakim Mahkamah Tinggi Bahagian Kuasa-Kuasa Khas 1. Seterusnya, Mahkamah ingin mengingatkan semua pihak agar kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai giliran. Diminta kerjasama tuan-puan agar tidak melayari live streaming di YouTube berdekatan tuan-puan di dalam bilik yang sama semasa prosiding berjalan kerana dikhawatiri akan mengganggu sistem rakaman audio. Terima kasih. Dipohon kepada wakil-wakil yang hadir pada hari ini bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor untuk memperkenalkan diri. Silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Adiba Iman Mat Hassan, Peguam Persekutuan, hadir bagi Yang Berhormat Peguam Negara Malaysia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya S. Mala mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Lau Cui Ping mewakili Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor.
Terima kasih. Mahkamah akan memanggil nombor petisyen satu persatu. Apabila nombor petisyen dipanggil, pempetisyen diminta berdiri dan memperkenalkan diri. Kemudian, peguam pengusul atau MUA akan membacakan latar belakang pempetisyen sehingga selesai. Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen pertama WA 184901 2021 P1, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Jennifer Iritis Sami, pempetisyen pertama.
Silakan M1. M1, sila unmute.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nada Raja bagi pihak pempetisyen Jennifer Irdosami pada hari ini Yang Arif, dan rakan-rakan bijaksana Cik Adibah Iman Muhammad Hassan mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Cik Sukirta Malar Anak Perempuan Sandra Sekram mewakili Majlis Peguam Negara, dan rakan bijaksana saya Cik Lau Cui Ping mewakili kedua-dua Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan juga Jawatan Kuasa Negeri Selangor Yang Arif. Yang Arif, dengan izin, boleh saya meneruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris?
Ya, dibenarkan. Sila teruskan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. May it please your lordship, the petitioner Jennifer Irdosami was born on 11th May 1996 in Klang And she is the youngest child of the late Mr. Iridesamy and Madam Philomena, and she has 4 siblings. The petitioner completed her primary and secondary education at the Methodist Girls' School in Klang, Selangor. Thereafter, she proceeded to do a Bachelor of Laws degree at the Multimedia University in Malacca, where she graduated successfully with the Bachelor of Laws. In 1921, my lord, your petitioner commenced a pupillage at Mrs. J. Samuel and Associates under the guidance of able Mr. Samuel Joseph Ratnasamy. Throughout the period of pupillage at J.R. Samuel and Associates, Yang Arif, Jennifer gained invaluable experience and knowledge involving herself in multifarious works. On this memorable day, Yang Arif, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express the utmost gratitude and thanks to her family, especially to her mother, Madam Philomena, a brother, Kevin, sisters, Sharon and Melissa, a maternal uncle, Charles Adekalam, and a best friend, Benjamin, for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which, she says, my lord, that she would not been able to have come this far, standing before your lordship on this auspicious day for her. She says she has no words to express the gratitude to her family for their love, sacrifice given to the petitioner, my lord. And she feels that she has made the family proud today, as indeed she has made all of us proud, including me, my lord, because I have known the family for many decades now. Her late father was working in the Majlis Bandaran Klang, and he passed away while the petitioner was in school. And the mother, being a housewife, managed the household very well and brought up the children to this level, Yang Arif. And coming from a socio-economic background, as I did from a before-fed family, she has done extremely well, my lord. My lord, even while she was a student at the MMU in Malacca, in order to supplement the income and to gain exposure in the working world, she had worked as a part-time at the mini-mart, known as Uptown Mini-Mart. And she expresses gratitude to Mr. Tan, Mr. Lee, Mr. Kakmin, and others who had given her an opportunity to experience working and at the same time giving an additional pocket money for her student days at Malacca. The petitioner is also grateful, Yang Arif, to her pupil master, Mr. Samuel, for allowing her to undergo a pupillage in his firm, for his guidance and opportunities given to her throughout the pupillage. The petitioner would also like to take this opportunity to record deepest gratitude to him as well as to his lovely clerks, to whom she will always be in debt, she says, my lord. And during the interlude years, while she was doing the course at the university in Malacca, she was given an opportunity to be at my firm, Kenat Rajan Partners in Klang, as an attachment student. And that is where I came to know her closely. And she is a very capable, competent, and pleasant personality. And this is in this type of people that we want more to be in the bar, Yang Arif. Petitioner says, life with a mentor is a shortcut to success, and life without a friend is nothing. So for being there for her, petitioner wishes to thank the following people, Yang Arif in particular: Miss Vilashini, Miss Kamini, Miss Sarah, Miss Palin, Miss Nitya, Miss Privesh Paul, Mr. Sivaprakash and family, Mr. Mognaraj, and a very special thanks to Dr. Vasu Apu, a member of the bar, my colleague, with whom she is now working as a legal assistant, my lord. Lastly, my lord, the petitioner wishes to thank all the lecturers, housemates, classmates, close buddies, friends, and whoever has passed a life, crossed a life, and become new found friends that were formed from the members of the law fraternity and also from our own firm and from the other firms. The petitioner says, my lord, if you have a dream, follow the path. Time will grant you wishes. If you wish to survive, never stop learning. Your lordship, I believe the petitioner is of an excellent character and is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. And I believe the papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General Chambers, the Bar Council, the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee, and the Selangor Bar Committee have no objections to this motion. I therefore, my lord, pray that Jennifer Irdesami be admitted and be enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. Much obliged, my lord, and thank you.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Selangor tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Jennifer Iridizami untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Much obliged, my lord, and thank you.
Cik Jennifer, saya belum benarkan lagi untuk menyarungkan jubah. Tak apalah, mungkin Cik Nadaraja terlupa. Sekarang saya izinkan Cik Jennifer untuk menyarungkan jubahnya. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Sorry, Yang Arif, I missed asking for you. Everything is new now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, welcome.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kedua WA 18-221-03-2021 P2, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Kristen Tan Zilin, Pempetisyen kedua.
Silakan M2.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Cheng Leong mewakili Pempetisyen kedua, Kristen Tan Zilin. Wakil-wakil daripada Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti mana yang diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah dirinya memohon izin untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, silakan.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. May it please you, my lord, may I present the petitioner Kristen Tan Zilin as a fit and proper person, my lord, by first saying a few words about her legal training and background. The petitioner Kristen Tan Zilin read law at the University of Leeds and was called to the Bar of England and Wales. Subsequently, the petitioner read in chambers at Srinivasan Young under the tutelage of her pupil master, Mr. Mark Lau. In the course of preparing this speech, my lord, I asked the petitioner whether there was any important lesson which she had learned during her pupillage. And without much hesitation, my lord, she answered with the advice from the pupil master, which is to always under-promise and over-deliver, not the other way around. And incidentally, my lord, about a decade ago, I had also read in chambers in Srinivasan Young under Mr. Mark Lau, who was also my pupil master. and I can confirm that even back then, he would try to impart the very same nugget of wisdom upon all of us. My Lord, the petitioner would also like to take this happy occasion to acknowledge the people in her life, who have helped usher her towards this day. So for their unwavering support and patience and the endless selfless sacrifices, the petitioner would like to thank with deepest gratitude and adoration her parents, Sir Patrick and Penelope, her grandmother, Gurley, her uncle, Melvin, her siblings, Justin and Erin, and the late John Tan. The petitioner considers her imminent call to the bar to be as much as your achievement as it is hers. Next, my Lord, the petitioner also wishes to thank her pupil master, Mr. Mark Lau, who welcomed her to the set and, in her own words, allowing her to mature around stellar advocates such as himself. And also to Mr. S. Ravindran, again in her own words, whose brilliance is unrivaled. The petitioner considers it an honor to have worked with your appointed legal mind and wit. And to Madhav, who weathered every storm by the petitioner's side with aplomb, the petitioner wishes to say, again in her own words, you have been and continue to be my call. And on a closing note, my Lord, the petitioner also would like to borrow the words of Bill Clark QC, and I quote, "Some cases are almost impossible to lose. Some nobody could win. But there is a group in the middle where the barrister can make a difference." And on this, my Lord, the petitioner resounds her heartfelt gratitude to the individuals who gave her the courage to aspire to that possibility. My Lord, for the reasons alluded to a moment ago, I believe the petitioner is of a good character and is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe the petitioner's papers are all in order, and my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee have no objections to this motion. And oleh demikian, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen Kristen Tan Zulin diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala.
Ya, Peguam Negara Malaysia tidak bantahan, Ya Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Kristen Tan Zulin untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah supaya Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ketiga WA 1836803 2021 P3, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Vanessa binti Iskandar Eng, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Ahmad Shimil Sufian hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Vanessa Iskandar Eng pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Ya Arif untuk berbahasa Inggeris Ya Arif.
Dibenarkan ya. Sila teruskan.
Ya Arif, may I introduce the petitioner, Vanessa binti Iskandar Eng. The petitioner was born as a second child to Mr. Iskandar Eng and Mrs. Azimah Aman on the 12th of March 1997. The petitioner received her early education at SK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1 before continuing her secondary education at SMK Pusat Bandar Puchong 1. Growing up, the petitioner has always prioritized her studies and consequently, she obtained excellent results across the board. Her excellent result combined with her love for reading had paved her way for law school. The petitioner had graduated with a law degree from University Technology Mara UiTM with a first-class honours in 2021. She was awarded the Best Student Award from the Faculty of Law, and she was also one of the recipients of the Best Graduate Award from UiTM, Yarif. During her undergraduate studies, she was an avid mooter and she participated in various moot competitions. In 2017, she and her co-counsel emerged as the national champion in the 14th International Humanitarian Law Moot Court Competition and represented her university to compete in the Asia Pacific round. Fast forward to 2021, Yarif, the petitioner commenced her pupillage in Messrs. Azmi and Associates under the tutelage of Miss Melinda Murray De Angelis. On this day of admission, the petitioner is extremely grateful that she has reached another milestone in her life and would like to express her gratitude to those who have been with her through the ups and downs of life. The petitioner expresses her utmost gratitude to her family. Needless to say, her wonderful parents, Mr. Iskandar Eng and Mrs. Azimah Aman, have supported her in every way possible and showered her with endless love and care growing up. Being an inquisitive child, her parents had inculcated the love of reading in her since she was very young. From teaching her how to read word by word as a child to witnessing her admission as an advocate and solicitor to the High Court of Malaya, her parents have never doubted her and what she is capable of. The petitioner is eternally grateful and that she has been gifted with such wonderful parents who made every achievement in her life possible. The petitioner would also like to thank her sisters, Sherry Melissa, Alisa, and Ariana, for being her pillars of support and for always being there for the petitioner every step of the way. The petitioner would also like to thank her pupil masters, Miss Melinda Mary, and the senior partner of Azmi Associates, Dato Azmi himself, for the guidance and opportunities given to her while she was undergoing her pupillage at the firm. The petitioner could not have asked for a better pupil master than Miss Melinda, as not only that she has imparted valuable knowledge to the petitioner, but she has treated the petitioner with nothing but kindness. The petitioner would also like to express her gratitude to the associates and supporting staff from Litigation and Arbitration Practice Group 4 for their kind assistance and for making the petitioner's pupillage journey a memorable one. The petitioner would also like to thank her colleagues who stationed at Azmi Law Academy with her at the beginning of her pupillage for their companionship and valuable advice. In addition, Yarif, the petitioner would like to thank her lecturers for all their guidance, especially Professor Dr. Erwin Uy, for giving her the opportunities to participate in various moot competitions. To all of her relatives and friends watching this momentous occasion, the petitioner hopes that she makes each and every one of you proud of her. All of you had made positive impacts on the petitioner's life and had helped shape the petitioner into the person she is today. The petitioner will always cherish the support and encouragement from all of you. Ya Arif, saya percaya bahawa semua surat cara pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, Ya Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon satu perintah agar pempetisyen dapat diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Vanessa binti Iskandar Eng untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan rendah diri saya memohon kebenaran daripada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama. Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen keempat WA 18-408-04-2021 P4, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Shahid, Pempetisyen keempat.
Silakan M4.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tosulin mewakili Pempetisyen Shahid. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk memberikan ucapan dalam bahasa Inggeris, Yang Arif.
Ya, dibenarkan. Sila teruskan.
My Lord, may I please introduce the petitioner Shahid. The petitioner was born on the 16th of October 1997 in Kuala Lumpur and is the youngest child of Mr. Singh Suyin and Madam Ho Ah Kwan, both of whom are proudly watching today's proceedings remotely, Yang Arif. The petitioner studied and completed her law degree in 2019 at Cardiff University. She then proceeded to study the bar professional training course at Cardiff University in the same year and was called to the UK bar on the 11th of February 2021. The petitioner then commenced her pupillage in Tay and Partners, where the petitioner had the opportunity of being under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. Leonard Yeo Soon Beng. The petitioner wishes to express her utmost gratitude to her master for his patience and guidance during her pupillage. On this special day, the petitioner wishes to take the opportunity to express her deepest gratitude to her family for their endless love, care, moral support, and financial support. And I'm sure that they are very proud of her today. Without the constant support and encouragement of her family, the petitioner is certain that she will not be standing here today for the admission to the Malaysian bar. The petitioner would also like to thank everyone at Tay and Partners for their help, guidance, and valuable advice throughout her pupillage. The petitioner would also like to thank all her friends who have helped and supported her throughout her journey. Yang Arif, saya percaya surat cara pempetisyen adalah teratur dan bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang sesuai untuk diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara. Saya juga percaya bahawa pihak-pihak dari badan yang berkenaan tidak ada bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, Ya Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi, Ya Arif.
Pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Seng Hei untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih, Arif. Saya memohon kebenaran supaya pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri, Arif.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kelima WA 18-422-04-2021. P5, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya
M5.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Cara, Pempetisyen kelima.
Silakan M5.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Go Kim Lian, Peguam Pengusul yang mewakili pempetisyen yang kelima, Cai Gawun. Bersama-sama saya hari ini adalah rakan-rakan saya yang bijaksana yang mewakili pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Negara dan Jawatan Kuasa Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini kepada Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Mahkamah untuk meneruskan prosiding dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. The petitioner was born on the 17th of September 1996 in Ipoh, Perak, and was raised in Cameron Highlands, Pahang. She is the eldest child of the wonderful couple of Mr. Chai Wan Yen and Madam Fu Li Fong, who are present with us today by way of YouTube live streaming. My Lord, the petitioner had successfully acquired her degree from the University of Liverpool, United Kingdom, with a second-class honours upper division in the year 2019. Thereafter, she completed the bar professional training course at BPP University in Leeds and was admitted as the barrister at law at Lincoln's Inn on the 25th March 2021. Upon completion of her bar studies, the petitioner then had the privilege to commence the pupillage in April 2021 at Mrs. Azim Tunku Farid and Wong under the tutelage of my learned friend, Ms. Yeo Lee Peng. On this memorable day, the petitioner would like to convey her utmost gratitude to her beloved family for being her pillars of strength and shaping the petitioner's life with positivity and passion. The petitioner is able to complete this achievement due to her lifelines, Mr. Chai and Madam Fu's unconditional love, care, encouragement, and financial support for her tertiary education. For that, the petitioner is eternally grateful and indebted to her parents. The petitioner would like to thank her siblings, Ga Xuan and Kian Lim, who had always shown deep and unwavering care for her all of her life. The petitioner would like to thank them for all their kindness and love throughout the years. The petitioner is also beyond grateful to her boyfriend, Jun Xian, for his companionship, support, and understanding over the years. Furthermore, the petitioner would like to record her utmost appreciation to her master, Ms. Yeo Lee Peng, and her partners in charge, Mr. Balakuma, Mr. Anantaraja, and Ms. Chitra, for their patience, guidance, and opportunities provided to the petitioner during her pupillage. The petitioner is thankful to all the lawyers and staff she has worked with during her pupillage for their kind assistance and support. Also, the petitioner would like to express her appreciation to her pupil mates Adeline, Michelle, Clement, Evelyn, Delilah, Anwar, Liao, Megat, Isabel, and Sharilat ATFW for their forbearance and endorsement throughout her pupillage. The petitioner would also like to extend her gratitude to all her beloved friends for getting the petitioner through her hard times and adding so many good memories and times of happiness to her life. Last but not least, the petitioner would like to thank her mover, who has kindly agreed to take time out of her tight schedule to move the petitioner's call. Yang Arif, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya Malaysia. I believe that all the petitioners' papers are in order and that my learned friend from the respective bodies have no objection to the petitioner's petition. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar satu perintah Pempetisyen Cai Gawun diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saja yang ada. Terima kasih.
Ya, Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Cai Gawun untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen menyarungkan jubahnya secara sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-6 WA 1843504 2021 P6, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Chen Chui Yuan, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Silakan M6.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Li Shi bagi pihak Pempetisyen Chen Chui Yuan pada hari ini, rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan kepada Yang Arif sebelum ini. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon untuk meneruskan hujaan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan. Ya. Sila teruskan.
With leave, my Lord, if I may introduce briefly the petitioner. The petitioner, Chen Chui Yuan's academic journey started in Johor Bahru. Having completed her SPM at Sultan Ibrahim Girls' School, the petitioner then started on her path in law by first going across the causeway to Singapore to complete a diploma in law through the University of London International Programme. Armed with her diploma in law, she then completed her LLB at the University of Hull in the United Kingdom. Thereafter, she completed her bar professional training course and Master of Laws at the City University of London. The petitioner was called to the Bar of England and Wales by the Honourable Society of Middle Temple in 2021. The petitioner then returned to Malaysia and commenced her pupillage at Stephen Tiru and Suda Partnership in the chambers of my learned friend Stephen Tiru. Under the tutelage of my learned friend Stephen Tiru, and no doubt through the partners and other associates of Stephen Tiru and Suda Partnership, I have no doubt that the petitioner would have gained a deep practical understanding of the law and also been exposed to the highest ethical standards. On this special occasion, Yang Arif, the petitioner would like to thank a few special individuals who have played an essential role in the petitioner's journey to arrive at this moment. First and foremost, the petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to her parents, Mr. Martin Chen and Madam Fei Li. She thanks them for being her pillars of strength, for always putting her happiness first and showing her what unconditional love truly means. In my conversation with the petitioner, she described her journey to arrive at today as being one with a few challenges, doubts, and hurdles. Her parents were there, though, to inspire and encourage her. For example, when she first thought of quitting her diploma of law. To her parents, the petitioner's happiness is always paramount. She also recalled the moment when she flew off to the United Kingdom by herself. And when she was on the plane, she read a letter that her father wrote to her. That if she were to ever find it hard studying and living overseas, she would always be able to come back home to them. To not worry about any financial considerations, and her happiness was all that mattered. The petitioner will always appreciate the financial support of her parents and all of their sacrifices. The petitioner hopes that she has made them proud. Second, the petitioner would also like to thank these people whom she cannot imagine life without, her siblings Janice and Jeremy. To her sister, the petitioner thanks her for being a confidant and for always having her back. The petitioner described to me her sister's nature of always being able to talk to people and being a counselor, and the petitioner proudly recounted to me about the many happy times that they had hanging out. To her brother, the petitioner said this to me without any hesitation, that he is the one person she loves the most in the world. All her childhood memories is of spending time with her brother and has always been there for her. The petitioner thanks her brother for protecting her and living up to their favorite team's motto, "You will never walk alone." Next, she mentions and expresses gratitude to her nephew Levi and best friend Victoria, who's like another sister to her. Next, the petitioner thanks her pupil master, Stephen Thiru, for giving her the opportunity to learn and work under him. She's also very thankful to all the other partners, associates, and colleagues for the guidance and fun memories at Stephen Thiru and Suda partnership. She thanks her pupil mates, Iqbal, Priscilla, Sabrina, and Aimi for their friendship and would like them to know that she cherishes her friendship with them. She would also like to thank a few people that supported her through her ups and downs: Leroy, Pavanjit, Durga, Melanie, Jerning, Yeepan, Joanne, Lex, and Shirley. Next, the petitioner's better half, Sam. As a lawyer himself, he mentioned in his long call speech years ago that he looked forward to the day when their positions would be reversed, and he in turn would then be observing her call. The petitioner wishes to let him know that she couldn't have done it without his constant support, patience, and guidance. She thanks him for believing in her, for pushing her to be the best version of herself, and most of all, for ensuring she never sleeps with a heavy heart. Finally, and above all, the petitioner would like to thank God, as she believes that she would not be here today without his grace and blessings upon her. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee will respectively have no objections to this application. Oleh itu, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya yang Arif.
Peguam Negara Malaysia tiada bantahan ya Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan.
Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Chian Chui Yuan untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Masya Allah, Yang Arif. Saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-7 WA 1846704 2021 T7, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Lu Yong Peng, Pempetisyen ke-7.
Silakan M7.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Paramjodi Analaki Pahawan, Peguam menyusul mewakili Pempetisyen ke-7 Lu Yong Peng pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor telah pun diperkenalkan kepada mahkamah sebelum ini. Dengan izin Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon untuk kebenaran meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan.
My Lord, please allow me to introduce the petitioner, my Lord. The petitioner was born on the 23rd day of January 1996 in Kuala Lumpur and is the youngest child to Mr. Lu Mao Sing and Madam Tan Gek Hong. After completing his SPM at SMK Bandar Baru Sentul, the petitioner continued his STPM studies at both SMK Maxwell and SMJK Chonghua Kuala Lumpur. With God's grace, the petitioner was blessed with the opportunity of pursuing law in the University of Malaya. The petitioner graduated with a Bachelor's of Law with honors on 10th January 2020. Thereafter, the petitioner commenced his legal training at Belden Advocates and Solicitors as a paralegal before joining Raja Seelan and Associates as a pupil under the guidance of his master, Mr. S. Kanagasundran, and of course the founder of the firm, Mr. R. Rajaseelan Andalaki M. Rajadurai. The petitioner is here today, my lord, on his final step before being admitted as the advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. And in this regard, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to publicly thank some people who have made this possible. Firstly, my lord, the petitioner would like to thank his parents for raising and supporting him unconditionally with love and eventually shaping him to the person he is today. Secondly, my lord, the petitioner would like to thank his master and Mr. R. Rajaseelan for their generous guidance and training him to be a better member of the legal profession. My lord, the petitioner would also like to extend his gratitude to all colleagues and staff at Rajaseelan and Associates and all the firms that he has previously worked before, namely Belden Advocates and Solicitors, Ricky Tan and Co., where he did his internship, Guangzhou Sunward Law Firm in China, where the petitioner did his overseas internship under the guidance of Ms. Zhao Rongrong and Mr. Hershey. Next, the petitioner would like to thank your lordship and everyone who made this long call possible today, including the court staff, the staff of the Malaysian Bar, the KL Bar Committee, and not forgetting the Attorney General's Chamber. Further, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank all his teachers and professors who have selflessly blessed him with knowledge that no doubt will contribute to his success. Of course, with such a huge milestone in his life, he would like to also thank all his friends who have supported him through this journey. And among them are Mr. Alfred, Mr. Ng Pu Shen, Mr. Zaref Khairuddin, Ms. Jean Lee, Ms. Ng Mei, who had recommended firms to him for his pupillage before he secured his opportunity at Rajaseelan Associates. Last but not least, my lord, the petitioner would like to convey a special thanks to Mr. Veera Premanandan for providing detailed guidance on matters pertaining to pupillage through his legal blog, Brainy Law. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa surat cara pempetisyen adalah teratur dan pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan dan bersesuaian. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya pempetisyen Lu Yong Feng diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala.
Pihak Pendengaran Malaysia tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam Malaysia tidak ada sebarang bantahan, Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Lu Yong Feng untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dituju? Dituju?
Ya.
Sila duduk Terima kasih. Terima kasih kepada kesemua wakil jabatan dan peguam pengusul. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pempetisyen yang telah didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Diminta sekali lagi diingatkan agar tuan-puan kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim. Terima kasih. Seterusnya, ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Pertamanya, Mahkamah ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada wakil-wakil daripada pihak-pihak yang berkenaan, iaitu daripada Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor, serta semua peguam pengusul yang telah sudi hadir di perbicaraan pada pagi ini. Saya juga ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada ibu bapa, keluarga, rakan-rakan para pempetisyen dan semua pihak yang telah sudi meluangkan masa untuk hadir secara maya bagi menyaksikan perbicaraan kita yang disiarkan secara langsung melalui sidang video pada pagi ini. Tidak lupa juga saya ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan syabas kepada semua tenaga pengajar, masters dan firma-firma Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara yang telah membimbing dan mendidik pempetisyen sehingga menjadi peguam pada pagi ini. Jennifer Iridisami, Kristen Tan Zerlin, Vanessa binti Iskandar Eng, Seng Hei Yi, Chai Gawun, Chian Chui Yuan dan Lu Yong Feng. Di kesempatan ini, saya ingin merakamkan ucapan syabas dan tahniah kepada anda semua kerana telah sebentar tadi diterima masuk menjadi Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Being called to the bar is a significant event in your life. It is a rite of passage to become a lawyer, and it is the most dignified and ceremonial profession in the world. You are now officially and effectively become the members of the Malaysian Bar. I must extend my warmest congratulations to you, and as I say that, I share the same pride that you see in the faces of your loved one, parents, family members, and masters. A special tribute must be given to your families, particularly your parents, who, in one way or another, be it financially or otherwise, supported you and gave you their succor as you endeavored to become a lawyer. It may be fair to say your achievements are in some ways their achievements. So please take the opportunity after this ceremony to thank them for their support and their patience. Ladies and gentlemen, as a young and new lawyer, you have much to learn, to gain knowledge and experience on the practical aspect of the law and the advocacy skills, especially in this era of advanced technology and a fast-paced environment. Nothing comes easy. There will be frustrations as you come to grip with the realities of your professional works. You may have to deal with difficult clients. You might lam up with voluminous bundles of documents and research materials. You may have to burn the midnight oil to get things done on time, and possibly sleepless nights on some occasions. There may also be other seemingly insurmountable obstacles. All these are part and parcel of the profession, but given time and experience, I'm sure you will learn to take them in your own stride. Great success can only be achieved through toil and sweat. I must also tell you that you have a heavy responsibility in representing your client in court. You are expected to perform your duties to the best of your abilities to make sure that your client's interest is protected. It is therefore important that you maintain the high standard of the profession and uphold the principles of honesty, integrity, and professionalism. The trust and duty that you bear on your shoulders is a noble one that can even save a person's life. On another note, you must have been fully aware of the changes that are happening in the way how courts are managing cases nowadays. We see more and more court hearings and trials that are being conducted through online video conferencing. It is a challenge that we have to endure in order to stay relevant in the current situation. We should be adept at using technology to enable you to carry out your duties effectively. Without embracing the knowledge on the use of IT, you will probably find that your tasks even more difficult to be carried out. That being said, you may feel pressured and weighed down at times, but rest be assured that your journey and your path will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. The need and the desire for truth and justice should be embodied in your mind and soul. On that note, let me conclude by congratulating all of you once again, and it is a pleasure to welcome you on board, and I look forward to seeing you in court someday with the hashtag of stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Mahkamah dengan ini ditangguhkan.